My name is Shaun. I'm going to be talking to you guys about the future of transportation. If you look around today, you guys will notice that the streets are no longer being overrun by the Goliaths and the gorillas that we're used to calling SUVs. Times are changing, and as time changes, the new innovations and new ideas are going to come about. As you guys have noticed, gas prices are continuing to rise, and with the continuing rise of gas prices, there's going to be a demand for alternative sources of transportation. With these demands came an idea of the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, or PHEV for short. This vehicle will not only revolutionize our method of transportation, it can be implemented within the next few years. My proposition to you is that plug-in hybrid electric vehicles will be implemented within the next plug-in hybrid electric vehicles will be the next major type of personal transportation in America. And I'm going to prove this through 4 examples. First, they are the most efficient means of transportation. Second, the all-electric range of the vehicle can meet most typical Americans' commuting needs. Third, a majority of the vehicle manufacturers are supportive of this technology. And fourth, they will improve the environment. To start, PHEV vehicles are the most efficient means of transportation. They achieve this through a couple ways. The first one is the use of regenerative brakes. Now, regenerative brakes basically allow the vehicle to recharge its batteries as it slows down by turning the engine into a generator and using the motion from the wheels to recharge and send a current back into the battery. Second, because of the battery use, it is claimed by J.E. Innes, who is a lead researcher for the Manitoba Hydro Institute. Basically, a battery is typically 4 times as efficient as gasoline or hydrogen in storing energy for vehicle motion. He also states that batteries release their energy with a typical 90% efficiency rating. Now, what does efficiency mean to you guys? I mean, it could run well, it could work well, but does that mean anything for you? Well, it does. I mean, efficiency is going to directly relate to your wallet. If you look at 3 things, Innes also compared 3 major types of vehicles: the fuel cell vehicle by Honda, the Toyota Corolla, which is a standard gasoline vehicle, and the PHEV 30, which 30 stands for the 30 miles it can run on pure electricity. The comparisons are the fuel cell vehicle goes about 7.2 cents per kilometer, Corolla goes about 4.67 cents per kilometer, and the PHEV 30 averages 2.27 cents per kilometer. It's about half of what you spend on your gasoline. Second, PHEVs can meet a typical American's commuting needs on primarily battery power alone. As quoted from the Edison Electric Institute, research shows that household vehicles travel an average of 32 miles per day. PHEV 30s not only meet these criteria almost to the point of all electricity. They do have to use a little bit of gasoline to get those extra 2 miles. However, PHEV 30 is not the limitation of the PHEV vehicles. They can actually go 60 miles. Quoted from the BYD, which is the Build Your Dreams vehicle manufacturer, they have an F6DM, which is their new PHEV sedan, and it can be driven about 60 miles in all-electric mode. And as technology gets better and better and better, the ranges are just going to increase, meaning more Americans need to travel further and further. Third, a majority of vehicle manufacturers are supportive of this technology. Now, supportive, I mean that they actually have plans or are building PHEV vehicles for mass production. First one we'll talk about is Jim Henry, a journalist from the Business Network, speculated that BMW battery-powered Minis will be available in 2009, and quoted BMW's spokesperson saying, "It, as in the Mini, will be sold to both corporate customers and private individuals." Another vehicle manufacturer, a small company known as Aptera, located in Orange County, is quoted on their website as saying, "Our goal is to be in production of the all-electric in late 2008 and the hybrid in late 2009. Third one, as I mentioned before, BYD is basically a popular battery manufacturer that is specializing in PHEV technology. The company plans to begin building and selling a version of the F6DM in China in late 2008. The third company, for example, is probably the most important, GM. I'm sure you all know who they are. Jonathan Lautner from Detroit News actually quoted an official from GM saying, "We're not doing the Volt to sell 500 or 1,000. We're talking about tens of thousands, and more than that within the year." So the plans by all these major corporations and major vehicle developers to implement this technology is really going to help it explode into our market. Lastly, PHEV technology will improve our environment. Clay Perry, which is a lead researcher for the Electric Power Research Institute, found widespread adoption of PHEVs can reduce greenhouse gas emissions from vehicles by more than 450 million metric tons by the year 2050. This would equal to removing 82.5 million passenger vehicles from the road. Now, to put that in perspective for you guys, there's about 300 million people in the U.S. Average 4 people per family and 2 vehicles per family. It's about 150 million vehicles on the road. If we remove half of those vehicle emissions, it's going to greatly reduce the ozone emissions in our atmosphere. The last thing is the renewable energy sources have close to zero pollution. I mean, renewable energy sources can be used to create electricity. Any fuel source can be used to create electricity. So by using renewable resources, it's going to allow us to basically eliminate the pollution into our ozone. First one is wind turbines. A lot of farmers can lease their land to wind turbine manufacturers to get a little bit of revenue from that and provide more electricity to our grid. Second one is personal solar panels. They can be bought on a personal level and be used to generate electricity and recharge your fed vehicle at the end of the day. And the third one is biofuels. They actually will put a little pollution into the air, but they are renewable, so it's going to eliminate our dependence on gas energy. So my main objective today was to enlighten you about the newest and the most promising vehicle. By showing you the efficiency of the vehicle, the way it can meet Americans' commutes, the manufacturer's support, and the environment aspect that it will provide, I have proven that plug-in hybrid electric vehicles will explode onto our market, not in 50 years, but in the next few. Thank you.